Access Radio. WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Janelle, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet,
and
bringing
real extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere, like.
What we got coming up? Other shops is upstairs, but we down here by also, man. He can walk off the set. We leave that up to Vito.
You gon' wonder how we still here, still on top. We used to build here, top 5 punching the clock. Running the field here, feels weird coming around. After they hated, but now we run the town till we stuck in a wheelchair. We all share visions of hope. I tell stories with dreams. We get the mixing like we giving you dope. And now we in position we do. All access, extremities, ENT playing on our axis. Politics, top 40, building community from the X, applying that pressure, promoting unity. Royalty, education, love and support. Dope music, enough to feed souls, food for thought. This type of loyalty cannot be bought. From a city where being real just cannot be taught. Listen in and you just might learn. With Mr. You already know. Welcome to the return.
Yes, indeed. We are live back. Another week of the ENT podcast. Access Radio going live worldwide. You already know what it is on 365 Live. That's right. We got you on the Twitter, the Twitch, the Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube. Anything you can have the capability to communicate via technology, we are there each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7:55. DAVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
and JAIME Sanders, only on the X-Tremitiez podcast on Access Radio. How are you, brothers?
Maintain it, man.
Fantastic.
All right. Weekend. How was your weekend?
Oh, pretty good. Laid back. Cold.
Yeah, pretty full.
Yeah.
All right.
And yourself?
You know, just doing a lot of reflecting and doing some business behind the scenes. Your boy is about to make that nobody, even your boy, thought would ever.
Okay.
I mean, when you think something, you put it to the universe and you pray to God, it happens. I'm a firm believer. Always have been.
Absolutely.
God has put in the way. I hope that everything just goes through and doesn't fall through. And with the blessings of the universe, everything's going to come into fruition. In fact, I'm going to show some video later on after the news. And just so you can see a little bit of what I'm talking about. But enough for me. What about you, JAIME? What's up? How was your weekend?
It was busy. It was busy, you know, just doing some family stuff, you know, just getting up to speed on some things and, you know, just really getting into life, you know, like yourself, you know, got some major projects on deck. So just rolling out these things and, you know, much desire, you know what I'm saying? Much is demanded. So, you know, we got to go in, you know?
Yes, sir.
So
now with me, man, just cooking up the recipe for this new venture that I'm getting ready to take on right quick, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Pretty soon be getting behind the wheels. So, just working a little, ins and outs for this and that. So, it's coming soon. DJ Day One. Soon.
That's what's up.
What happened?
So, we're gonna go right into it right quick. Let me just set this up right here. So
Peace, Tyrone. How you doing? Shout out to the gatekeeper.
Yo,
shout out to Al Williams and everybody at iAccess Radio.
Yes, sir. So let's just get right into it as we do each and every week. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now on iAccessRadio.com as well. Mr. You already know, live on Instagram, but we're promoting our Access Radio, the X-Tremitiez ENT podcast with Jamie Sanders, Davon Franklin, Jose Rivera. So let's just start it off right away, ladies and gentlemen, with your current events. That's right. In case you didn't know, there is a president from Ecuador who is being charged with corruption. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This president has been charged with sending agents to the borders to infiltrate the United States, as well as working with drug cartel, moving cocaine, moving fentanyl, moving all types of substances all over, dealing directly with Russia and communist countries to infiltrate the American lifestyle. Okay, so they have of all the communistic countries as well as the Middle East on doing so. But Colombia working with Venezuela, well, not Venezuela, acted like it was on it, but they too are being charged. But because Russia's backing them, they're leaving them alone. But the Ecuadorian president, however, is like the face. He got caught by some good working with Colombians who caught him, and he's snitching. And well, he's not snitching, but they're not showing you the news unless you have the local news out there. They're trying to break into the prison or get this guy out. They're not advertising it on our media. But my friend is showing me stuff on WhatsApp, and he says, "Please don't share this. I don't want to die." But look, they're trying to get that man out, just like they tried to stop the plane with the former drug cartel. He was taken off Mexico last month. They were attacking the planes in the military. He called in. Same situation is going on right now. You know why? Because the drug trade is up for grabs. You have no one person that's that rich Pablo Escobar, who is that figure head to instill like at the top of the ladder. Right now, everybody, even the CIA, is fighting with cartels to get a position on the drug market because you have the pharmaceutical companies who deal with directly, who distribute. Get what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
For 52 charges, and he's being charged with war against humanity. All right, war crimes. Now, just to stay within that area, the military sees fake cocaine in consumption more than the country of Australia itself.
Wow.
52 tons on a carrier of cocaine. Fake cocaine.
Right.
The real cocaine had 175 tons that passed through. The fake cocaine had 52 tons that didn't make it through.
Right. That reminds me of I was watching Running Scared this past weekend, the old one with Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal, and they had a similar scenario in that film. So yeah, I'm chuckling about what you said with that article, because that immediately came to mind. But yeah, continue.
Exactly. And the thing is that the fake cocaine was enough to fill the consumption of the country of Australia. So imagine the 175 that got through.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'll leave that right there. All right, moving along. Electric cars are in deep as scientists are working fast to find ways on improving the issues as cars cannot operate well once the temperature goes 20 degrees or lower. Several complaints have been made, and millions of cars are being recalled. Not thousands, not hundreds of thousands, millions of Teslas are being recalled. Because once it hits 20 degrees or below, it just doesn't turn on.
Oh,
so that's
wow.
good to have gas. Not the ones that come out, the one that you put in your car that takes cash. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and be careful with those bags. Always have cash, because in several countries, people are not allowed to get their money and they're stuck, just like what happened in the pandemic. Now it's happening around the world. Pay attention.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw a clip on that, but we'll get to that though. But right.
And then we got to talk about the 4 people that were kidnapped, tortured. All right, 4 Americans.
Yeah.
2 of them lived, 2 of them died. They showed the pictures of 2 African Americans that were being held at one spot with a suspect that was going to war. This guy looks like a kid. They got him talking. And they too in LA right now are trying to send people over to Mexico to get him. Not Mexico itself, not the cartels. The gangs want to get at the kid that was guarding the door because of what happened to the 2 African Americans. The other 2 have been unknown, right? They haven't been identified for safety reasons because they're alive. But these were guys that were just outside that were kidnapped. Now, this was a cartel. Let's get this straight. This was a cartel. They tortured them. If there was no business, they would have smoked them. Something was going on that's not being said. And it's happening on a large scale. If gang members from LA are trying to infiltrate Mexico, what's wrong with that picture? Let's leave that there.
I don't know.
So check this out. Now that we're talking about California, some lady decides to have some sons, wait till they get of age of about 15, 16, 17, has sons back to back, and decides to let them throw sex parties. But under her supervision, she gets locked up. And past weekend, she got the whooping of her life for about 30 inmates. Because she hoped they beat this woman back because she hosted those sex parties. There were kids as young as 13 and as old as 18 that were all having sex. And she was watching it all. So they beat her ass and they beat her back.
Wow.
Well, I don't condone violence, but she earned that one.
Exactly. Now, there's something going around on the internet that made the world get on his heels. Sometime about a week and a half ago at 4 a.m. U.S. time, there was a video AI created. Artificial intelligence created a video showing Joe Biden preparing for World War III, making a speech against China and Russia. Every country went on DEFCON 4 once they saw that.
Really?
It's all in the video. If you type in AI video of Joe Biden speech, World War,
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna send chills down your spine.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of conversations around that AI, you know, and the danger and the threats that it presents, you know, and then, you know, they talk about the advancements in AI, and as it advances, you know, it's going to get, you know, to the point where human interaction, human beings can't control the AI. It's going to actually surpass, you know, the control of human beings. So very dangerous technology, very dangerous technology.
It is. I was watching a clip where a gentleman was actually doing it as far as music was concerned, and he actually gave himself a Kendrick Lamar voice, and he was spitting, and it sounds just like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And he just thinking about voice recognition and shit like that, and how easily that kind of technology could set somebody up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think about stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? When
right.
You know, so you know,
right.
Yeah, that could be quite problematic.
So just about technology right now, let me let you know what's going on in Connecticut airports. They got 3D scanners now. Did you just hear me, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
3D scanners.
3D scanners.
Okay.
Nothing into that.
So what is that? What is that supposed to do?
So you know, 3D is like when you go to the theater, you get the shades, right? Mm-hmm. And it enhances. So I'm applying that to an application on your computer that already is an X-ray, right? And
right.
There's something going on with your mic. You're going in and out with your microphone.
Mic.
So what's going on? I hear a noise. So what's going on is that you know how there's a regular scanner, right? And then it sees what is in your bag only as an object. And if they get suspicious, they pull you to the side and say what's in your bag, and they open it, right?
Right.
They don't have to do that. 3D means they're enhancing already through the X-ray and pinpointing what the object is. So therefore, they can let you go and then let you get on the plane, and then you get a marshal right there say get off the plane.
Oh wow!
They bag already.
So basically, they can completely identify the object, you know, as opposed to just getting an image and raising suspicion, but they can actually identify what you have in your packages. You know, pretty insane.
Yeah, talking about violation of privacy to the third power.
Right.
So, it's not.
Yeah, okay.
It's not. It's the Patriot Act. Remember
what exactly are they looking for that they're zooming in to you know, that I mean
money. Remember, criminal justice is the biggest criminalistic business. Think about that.
I think it has to do a lot with control as well, you know.
How you get control? By controlling the criminal justice system, by locking everybody up and putting everybody as slaves, and controlling them by putting soldiers out there with shields, and when there's riots, they'll let them have it for a few days, but then after a while they get tired and they're like, all right, it's time. There's too much money being wasted. Be made. Move in. Take them out.
Right.
The biggest.
You know, and this is why, you know, us as humanity, you know, boots on the ground, we got to really pay attention, and we have to put aside, you know, all our little petty grievances and differences, you know, I mean, and really pay attention to the dynamics of what's going on a global scale. You know, this is and the other part is to really get in tune with it, you know, as far as the technologies, so that way we have our own angles as far as getting access to the technology, understanding the technology, and to be able to develop countermeasures for a lot of this stuff, because it's a bit crazy, you know.
Absolutely. But different though. When I was a kid, I lived in Brooklyn by across street from Prospect Park, over on Flatbush and Church. And since I was a kid, that park was always huge, right? And a lot of baseball players, MLB players, came from that area. So it isn't until recent, since I was a kid, and now I'm talking 35 years, and I'm giving years. I'm just being nice. But I'm saying 35 years now is when you give a facelift to Prospect Park. There's going to be immaculate. They're going to put a whole bunch of like slides and maybe even a pool and all, with the money that Eric Adams is getting from the state. And he's noticing that the crime within teens and within Brooklyn is becoming out of control, to the point that kids need to be redirected back into recreational activities.
That's dope.
You know, all they're doing is pick drugs. So I salute Eric Adams once again for doing something like that, because that's what the need is. And I think, us pushing the agenda of education on these teens rather than being punitive is finally getting out there. I mean, Davon and I have been discussing for like the past year already, when the kids were doing it, and I literally did a rant on this show. We can pull back the tapes. And that Big Al sent me praise. Oh, remember when he was talking about how my friend's mother just, like, she got attacked, right? Yeah. When I was down in Jersey or somewhere, right, where I did outside. Right. Like, whoa, like, New York City is getting out of control. So you have Eric Adams for doing something rather than doing nothing.
Absolutely.
Next, we got the MTAs to open bathrooms. There are 12 bathrooms open currently in the 5 boroughs. They're going to open up another 42 bathrooms. Wow, and they state that since June of 2022, the safe rate was at 52%. And now it's at 67% because of the police been taken underground. Certain people agree, others disagree. But Davon had even said it himself that he felt the presence when he went down underground. So I'm going to go on says, because he was presently there. I'm not going to go with these people who bear. So when you was out there, Davon, you say you felt the presence?
Yeah, you saw him lined up. Truthfully, you see him out there on the platforms in certain areas. Yeah. So yeah, you do. You do.
So now that you can feel safe, go and use the bathroom instead of waiting to shit on yourself or pee on yourself after waiting.
About time, man. That probably controls some of the urine smell that you have outside the bathroom.
The station itself, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. A Long Island stepmom is being charged with murder of a 4-year-old. Her husband, who is the father of the child, took the stand today, and they put her on the stand. And she says that that she would take him to the garage and beat him, to the point that he would tell her, "You need to stop hitting him. You need to stop designating the garage as a place where you're using him and you're beating him." This kid was 4 years old. He killed them. But the father's the one being charged for accessory when she actually did it. She took the stand today, and her lawyer said that he made her take the stand because she didn't have to take the stand as a defense, but he made her take the stand to get everything clear as to who did what exactly, because the husband is stating, the father is stating that she did this without him knowing. You're the father. You don't hug, you don't look at them, you don't bathe them, you're not seeing bruises, you don't hear the kid scream. How you did not know this was happening? And you would tell her, stop taking him to the garage to beat him. I don't know. I'm confused there. So hopefully they both rot in jail for the rest of their lives, their natural lives, and the same beating that they put on that 4-year-old.
Where was he when it actually went down? Was he presently in the house when she actually beat him and killed him?
This went on for a while. At some point, that child looked different to the father, or the child came to the father, or sees the behavior that she has with the child. If
He was definitely aware, because he even expressed right that he told her to stop taking her out to the garage, so he can't deny that he wasn't aware of the abuse, and if it's that severe that he has to say something about it, then ultimately he know that it could go to that point.
Exactly.
So there's no excuse.
Exactly. All right. We got the local bodegas of America demanding harsher penalties, because in the last year, each bodega has averaged in the Bronx alone at least 3 hits with robberies, or just people just ransacking and breaking everything and taking things. And with the entire 5 boroughs, all the bodegas of America got together, and now they are saying different penalties should be given to people that don't do violence towards their employees, but just don't just let them go with the no bail, and give them some type of penalty. And the ones that are violent, those are the ones that should be charged with harsh penalty. Right now, no one's being charged with anything. They just get caught and let go 15 minutes later. No charge.
Right.
So these people, remember what happened with Junior, that they let the kid die and take out and hit with the machete. Recently, there was another guy that got off the stand because everybody, old guy, he stabbed somebody that tried to come behind the counter and kill him. He was an old guy. So Eric Adams came to his defense, and now he's off. An old Dominican guy that once he got off, he left to the Dominican Republic. He said, I don't care about the United States no more. I hate your politics. You get what I'm saying? So this is Vegas of America. This is what their stories are. They're like, this is what we go through. We have people that attack us and want to rob us, and we don't have no defense. But yet, if we attack them, we're done. So they want something done on their favor. And Tesla, did you know that Tesla has a new problem? This guy just keeps having problems. He was the richest man in the world. He keeps having problems. Now the wheel comes off. There have been 500 accidents that are now coming out reported. I don't know what took so long, where the wheel has come off and cars have crashed.
Wow.
Aren't they driving?
Wow.
Sound like some AI shit to me, if you ask me.
Yeah, because all of that is computerized, even the manufacturing process. And if there's a computer, if their system is compromised or hacked, if you will, it could potentially lead to software glitches in production. So there's a lot going on in the world. So again, but like you said, why wasn't this made known, earlier and introduced to the general public? But yeah, man, it's real serious. It's real serious, man. And that's what happens with these automated processes. And you take the human element out of these processes, so you lose quality, So there we go.
Yeah.
Joe Biden has a push to eliminate robocalls. Joe Biden, I'm going to say it again, has a push to end robocalls. He better start.
It gets kind of excessive after a while.
I mean,
I try to give it the benefit of the doubt, because I used to work for a telecommunications company. You know what I'm saying? That they would have you call random people to ask them if they wanted certain services like credit card service. You know what I'm saying, type of thing, or whatever, having not to put into the stores and shit like that. But a lot of times when an individual is telling you don't call, and if it's not properly vetted and not properly taken out of and you have multiple people continuously calling, yeah, it gets excessive and it gets annoying. Not only that, when you calling to make calls about car insurance and I don't have a car, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it can be excessive.
And it's definitely a nuisance. And but on a national level, as a country, I think there may be a few more important issues we need to be paying attention to. But yeah, it can be aggravating.
No, it can't because a lot of times I don't answer my phone, and it can be important calls because I'm thinking it's one of these individuals calling like, yo, I don't recognize the number. Why you calling my phone? Like type shit. So, it can be,
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, absolutely. It can definitely interfere with your everyday life. And like you said, I experience a lot myself, these random calls, and, you have to be very careful because there's a lot of, schemes because, you have, again, the AI that's engaging in a lot of this activity. So you have to be very careful what information that you release or give out, when you receive these calls. But just the sheer volume of these calls is just like you said, it just kind of floods the line.
Yeah.
Now let's just allude to sports right. I'm just gonna give the main story, the elephant in the room, John Morant. I always knew there was something about this guy. I knew that. Okay. And when I say that is because when he plays with so much passion. You got to love him. He is a true athlete. The guy literally jumps over people. He flies over people. I seen it. He's a natural talent. But his attitude is really, really, really disappointing, to say the least.
He's
Oh, you know which way I want to go with this, right? And just because I have respect for our fellow brethren, I'm not gonna go there. I told y'all I'm on a different path. But it's people like that mess it up for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got your father right there next to you. You got your mother right there next to you. Your mother calls you to beat up a young kid, and you come deep. And then you go on Instagram and flash your gun. It sounds like he needs an intervention because you got way too much money. You got way too much. You don't know how to. You don't.
He's young. He's a young dude, and his team, his collective, the people around him, his folks, need to really, really, really understand and explain to him, like, don't mess up a good opportunity, man. All the talent in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you start developing that reputation of being, a problem or problematic, man, we've seen it time and time again. They'll run you out of the league, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll run you out of there. So, So come on, like, you know what I'm saying? You got a golden opportunity. You're very fucking talented. I enjoy watching this kid play.
Who is last?
What happened?
What is that noise?
I don't.
I apologize. I'm in the office. Just give me 1 second. Let me mute myself.
So the last person that was like such a great player and basically lost everything, but he got to reignite himself in China. Who was that, Davon? He was a former Knick.
No, you're talking about Marbury, but Marbury was one, but there's been so many, you know what I'm saying?
But he was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to be back on top because he got out there, and bro, they love him in China. They treat him like a king. They pay him $50+ million. That's respect. That's someone that turned his life around and gave his life to the Lord because he said it. You know what I mean? He took on something positive. I'm saying, Ja, you a beautiful talent. I see you doing great things, and I see you being at a Jordan type level, LeBron, maybe even better. But you got to stop.
It's a maturity level that it has to come to. Like, you know, it's just, you know, imagine you being 18, 19, 20 years old and somebody give you like $100-200 million, man. You're like, fuck, you go. You know, so I get it, I understand, but you know, that's where the people around you, the elders around you, have to be like, look, man, yo, you know, that contract can't go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and there's no other business out there that, you know, but please don't understand. There's not too many jobs out there that's gonna pay you that kind of money, homie. For real, for real. So, you know, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Leave the bullshit alone. Do your thing. You know?
That's exactly what I wanted to say on that note. All right. Yeah. I love Ja. I love his talent. He's a great talent. Like I said, when they played a Golden State, he put fear in my heart. I'm telling you, because I was like, yo, they're gonna beat them, but Golden State came out and won. But the thing is, he's that type of person that uplifts everybody. He's just got to leave all the negativity stuff alone.
Yeah, it's not necessary, man. Yo, you up right now. You up. So there's so much things. Yo, cut the bullshit, homie. Shout out to the Bomb Show TV, man. You know, they chimed in. Can we see those messages that they chimed in on?
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I got real passionate about that because I like Ja so much, man. I see him winning like 6 if he does it right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He had $15 sneakers. Who's that? Ja? Ja Morant had $15 sneakers. Hey, yeah.
I guess. You talking about the self shit? Shaq did, and Marbury did. They, you know.
So listen, the weekend is gonna be messed up. Friday into Saturday it's gonna be snowing coming off from the East Coast. It's gonna be like it's not gonna be like a torrential storm. It's just gonna be more like a snow nor'easter coming from the east of the ocean. And then that's Friday to Saturday. Then Monday to Tuesday into Wednesday is gonna snow again. The thing is that Sunday is daylight savings, right? So you're gonna lose sleep, so you gotta readjust yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you lose sleep and your eating time is gonna change. Be mindful of that. Don't get irritated, don't get depressed, don't get anxious. It happens. And last but not least, you know, the next 5 days is just gonna be a medium of 52.7 degrees and temperatures ranging from 52 down to 35 in the 5 boroughs. Up here in County, it's going to be ranging from 32 to 25 degrees. So that's the next news. And we have some other stuff going on. We got some video to show you that I would like to show you later on. I'm just going to have Al put one of the videos on, and then we're going to go right into Jaime's Health is Wealth, because this right here about mental health, what I did a video of. And you know, I went to a goat farm, right? And people don't know that goats are known to be like dogs and maybe even loyal and as intelligent, but they have something within their feelings of emotion where they help human beings with anxiety, depression, or even mental health, schizophrenia, personality disorders, people that are bipolar, or people that suffer from like heart disease, lung disease. It eases the brain when you're around a goat. So I'm gonna ask if Val could just put up one of the videos now, and then right after that, since it's about being healthy, I want people to see that you could always go out to Frederick's Farm Rescue and Sanctuary up in Ulster County. Of course, you gotta give a donation, but they have Airbnbs if you can't make it from the city, and you can stay over. But I'm only 15 minutes away, and I get to see all that, and I think I'm gonna work with them as well. But just one video, and then go right into Jamie's health as well, because right now we're having a little discussion about mental health. But you know what? I'm gonna show the video after. I'm just gonna go let Jamie go into his health as well, and because the time I see is a little over, and we're having a little audio issues on the other side, so I'm gonna just let Al work on that, and Jamie go right into his health as well. What are we talking about this week, brother?
What's going on, family? What's going on? Yeah, we're gonna talk about something that a lot of us, millions and millions of people, suffer from nationwide. And before we get the conversation started, I just want to let you know this this is for information purposes only, and educational purposes as well. And you should always consult your doctor before taking any of these steps, or engaging in any of these any of this advice that we're sharing with you when it relates to nutrition and health. So what I want to talk about is nerve damage. Again, it's something that millions of people suffer from nationwide, and it can occur from a couple of different reasons, or it can be derived from a couple of different spaces. One of them being injury. Me personally, I've experienced a fall, and I injured my spine, and based on that fall, the aftermath or the byproduct of that fall was I developed sciatica nerve. But I've engaged in practices. I've built myself up, and I was able to bring myself into a better space and pretty much overcome. But not only through injury, but also through diet. When you don't take care of yourself and you just let your body go, it can affect your nervous system. And a lot of people are not aware of that. This is why, many people develop sciatica, and, they don't really know where it's deriving from. They think that, it's just, from an injury, but you can develop it from, bad diet or just lack of exercise, lack of using your body, and when I say exercise, I don't mean, you got to spend 2 hours a day at the gym. I mean, just, going for a daily walk, basic activities, because, unfortunately, especially in this country, as we tend to get a little up in age, or up in the numbers, we tend to slow down, and we don't engage in a lot of activity. So, and all these things could, unfortunately lead to nerve damage. And like I said, a lot of people suffer from it. I've had to challenge myself. And basically what I want to do is I want to give you some remedies, some suggestions, and when it relates to health, not only foods, but also vitamins and minerals that can be helpful in remedy and just bringing you into a better space, helping your body heal, reducing inflammation, and then also just really fortifying the nervous system. The first item I want to mention is omega-3 fatty acids. And, omega-3 fatty acids is, it's very essential because, first of all, it's something that, that the brain is, these fatty acids, is something that really feeds the brain. It feeds the nervous system, it feeds the nervous system. So it's very important to really keep this, in your system, and, and then you can get it in its natural form through your diet. Like if you consume various types of fish, especially cold water fish, like salmon, mackerel, sardines, anchovies, these particular fishes, or these particular fish are very high in omega-3s. So if you can get them into your diet, it's great. But for those that are not fish lovers or those that don't, like to consume fish, you can always take the fish oil supplement that they have in most health food stores. It's very, it's very helpful. It's helped me a lot in my journey when it relates to, my my nerve damage. I'll just put it like that, and what I've experienced. So, the omega-3s are very, very instrumental and very helpful to the body. And they also help to reduce heart conditions, and then, and they help repair nerve damage, through, neuropathy, which is, basically a terminology that they use for nerve damage. And, then you have various types of neuropathy, but basically, omega-3 fatty acids are definitely, something that, and then if you don't like to consume animal flesh, you can also, add things like avocados, chia seeds, nuts, and these things are also high in omega-3s, and they can go a long way with helping you in your journey to restore your nervous system and to help rebuild damaged nerves. The next item I want to move on to is bananas. Bananas, they of course, they have, a lot of different benefits. And I would say if you're going to go bananas, try to get organic bananas. The more natural you go, the better. I tend to, try when I can. I get the Chiquita bananas or the sorrel bananas, because these bananas are more closer to the natural spectrum. They're not genetically engineered in most cases, so they contain more nutrients. But the key element in the bananas that, you're looking at is the B6, which helps the neurotransmitters. And basically, that's the communication between your brain and the other, functions in your body. Your brain sends these transmissions all throughout your body. So, basically by consuming, B6, of course you can take the supplement, if again, you're not able to get the bananas, or if you're, some people don't care for bananas. So, but the key thing is, you want to get that B6 into your system, and make sure that, you're supporting your nervous system in that sense. Excuse me, I don't have my I don't have my right glasses on. So you guys got to excuse me a little bit, but I got it covered. And like I indicated, these neurotransmitters are very, key in really communicating with the rest of the body to make sure that, the brain is, really sending out these strong signals, so that way we have full functionality throughout the body. We mentioned omega-3s, which, like I expressed, fish oil is a great source of it. But you can also consume fish in your diet, and then you can also supplement it with other things. And then we also mentioned bananas. The next item I want to move on to is chia seeds. And the reason chia seeds again, all of these items have multiple benefits, but what we're highlighting is how they benefit, the nervous system in particular. Chia seeds, the active ingredient or mineral in chia seeds is calcium. But and calcium, calcium is plays a very important role in the formation of healthy brain cells. So, it's very important to get calcium in your body via chia seeds or supplements, and because it's very critical, as you can imagine, just to keep the generation of healthy brain cells. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of us have burnt a lot, so we need to rejuvenate as many as possible. So, it's very critical that we, consume as much calcium as possible. The next item that I want to share is coconuts. Coconuts are loaded with what they call medium chain triglycerides, and they serve as a alternative energy source to glucose. So you know how you take sugar and you get the spike, and a lot of people say, like, even with the coffee, people put loads of sugar in the coffee because it gives you this extra boost. But these these natural triglycerides that are current or inside coconut, when you consume coconuts, help give you that natural boost, helps energize you, and it does also people with impaired memory. It helps restore and help support the memory process. So, and coconuts are something that just like bananas and chia seeds, and as well as fish. These are things that most of us have in our household. Most of us, probably consume on a regular basis, but we're just not aware of the overall benefit, and and probably should consume a little bit more. Also, and this is something that I can definitely say that I use very much, and it's very much used worldwide. Ginger, if you took a consensus, they would tell you ginger is probably one of the healthiest superfoods that are consumed on a global scale, that most people are in tune. A lot of different cultures use ginger to cook with. They use it for teas, and also just since we're talking about ginger, we have to mention turmeric, which is ginger's cousin. And the active ingredient in the turmeric, which is the curcumin, which is that really active ingredient that ginger, of course, it helps with swelling, it helps with circulation, so it has a myriad of benefits. But the key thing is this element, curcumin, which is very instrumental in protecting the neurons, and can be helpful for people with diabetic neuropathy. So people that experience nerve damage through diabetes and poor diets, this is very critical for them to really, include in a diet, make a part of their regular regimen, so that way it can, particularly help out if a lot of your nerve issues are deriving from your diet. And just to piggyback on your turmeric, you want to take a little bit of black pepper, because what the black pepper does, it really boosts the turmeric. Based on studies, it multiplies it upwards to 10,000 times its normal potency. So it really helps activate the turmeric. And it's me myself, I make a tonic with ginger, turmeric, and black pepper. Really great to help stimulate the body, get you going in the morning, and really get get everything flowing, get everything circulating. And then at the same token, it also helps reduce the inflammation within your body, and it helps with a whole lot of other things. And of course, it helps also, like I said, support your overall immune system. Okay, we touched on ginger and its his little ugly cousin, as they call it, turmeric. Now the next item is berries. You want to make sure that you include as many berries, whatever your preference for berries are. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Any of the red berries, the blueberries, or the purple berries, are full of antioxidants. So, you definitely want to, keep this in your system, and, you have what you call flavonoids in the berries. And what the flavonoids do is they cross the blood-brain barrier, and they can protect the brain cells from aging, and potentially helps reduce the risk of other diseases like cancer. So they operate on a cellular level. Like they said, they help break the blood-brain barrier. They push through the blood-brain barrier. Let me just phrase it like that. And so, you want to make sure you have your berries in your diet. And they also, again, they help protect from brain inflammation, which is very important. As we discussed previously in other conversations, inflammation is one of the key culprits in a lot of sicknesses, and it can lead to a whole lot of nasty problems within the body. So, we want to make sure that we keep, these things in our diet, so that way we can help support healthy brain function and cellular function, as well as nerve function. The next item I want to move on to is greens. Particularly, Brussels sprouts, are very, they're loaded with what you call alpha lipoic acid. And this alpha lipoic acid is loaded with a lot of antioxidants, and like I expressed, Brussels sprouts are one of the foods you want to consume. They're very high, but whatever your preference is when it relates to leafy greens, some people take spinach, some people love kale, whatever leafy greens, mustard greens and dandelion greens, these are all healthy alternatives that you can add into your diet. But like I said, I just wanted to highlight the Brussels sprouts. A lot of people don't favor Brussels sprouts. They don't like Brussels sprouts. But like we said, health is wealth. Your body's your temple. We have to eat to live and not live to eat. So we have to have a little compromise. But I'll give you a little break. On the next item, after you have your Brussels sprouts, and you can prepare them varieties, and I tell people, most people steam them, but you got to try to play with them, spice them up, maybe fry them, so you play with the Brussels sprouts, however you can get them into your diet. I would recommend that you try to get them in, because it would be very helpful to supporting the nervous system. The next item I want to mention is chocolate. Chocolate is very high in magnesium. And I don't mean Snickers. Right. I don't mean whatchamacallits. I had to go old school. But what I'm referring to is 100% chocolate, 90% chocolate, where it hasn't been, mixed with a whole bunch of byproducts, sugars, milk. You want to get that, and it's a little bitter. It takes a little getting used to, but the benefits are incredible. And in addition to being high in magnesium, it also has many other health benefits. So of course it contains cocoa. They say it contains cocoa, but cocoa is really the outer casing of the chocolate. They sell it in a lot of health food stores. Separate from the chocolate, but so I would recommend, if you can't take the bitterness of eating the 100% chocolate, like I said, it takes a little bit getting used to. Try the cocoa, mix it in your smoothies. However you can get it into your diet. Some people just like to take a little handful and kind of chew on it. So whatever your preference is, what I'm saying.
Right. Something going on with your mic.
Yeah, you want to stay away from processed chocolates, milk chocolates, all these chocolates that you would find in most cases in the supermarkets, but you can also find the 100% chocolate in the supermarket as well. So you got to go past. You got to go past the Milky Ways. You got to go past the Almond Joys. You got to go past the, those little nuggets. The ones, with the little almonds. The real good ones. And but like I said, it's definitely something that you want to add in your diet. Magnesium is something that not only do I consume, the chocolate, the 100% chocolate, but I also take magnesium supplement, like I expressed, having experienced nerve damage myself. These are regimens that I picked up on, the omega-3, the fish oils. These are things that I include regularly into my diet, to help, and they've been very helpful to me along my journey and recovery when it relates to my own personal nerve damage. So definitely you want to pick up on that. The next item I want to mention is clams. Clams are particularly high in B12. And B12 is typically known as an energy booster. It helps rejuvenate the DNA within your body. These, that's part, those are building blocks. So, you definitely want to feed that process. So, like I expressed, clams, very high in B12. So you want to make sure that it's something that you, if you can stand the clams, not everybody likes clams or mussels, but, shellfish in general, possess this mineral and is very helpful in supporting the nervous system. Basically, if you eat approximately 10 clams, it gives you about 300% of your daily, 3,000% of the daily value of the B12 that you need for the day. So, you don't have to quite eat the 10. You can eat maybe 3-4 clams, and that would be adequate. The next item, I mentioned avocados earlier, and again, here comes the avocado. They're, like I expressed earlier, very rich in omega-3 fatty acids, but they're also very high in B vitamins, which help reduce stress within your body, stress, anxieties. So this is something, of course, that supports the nervous system. Again, we're looking at those neurotransmitters, and we want to support healthy transmission within our body from brain to the other parts of our body. So, we want to keep avocados, and avocados are very healthy overall, just to eat on a daily basis, because in addition to, the fatty acids and in addition to the B vitamins, they help with many other supportive, they help support the body in a lot of different other ways. It's also considered a superfood. Yes, what's going on, DAVON?
I got a question, Red. Now, does it matter if it's regular avocado or is it avocado in the form of guacamole?
Well, you want to see, you want to have, the avocado as unperverted as possible, unless you're mixing it with something else that's going to complement it. I would say, like, if you going to put a little radish in there or something like that, but for the most part, avocados, because if you create a guacamole, that's pretty much mashed up avocado, what I mean, and people have different preferences when they prepare it. So it doesn't take away from the nutrient content, but the key thing is how fresh is it, So yeah, right, exactly. So if you're preparing it yourself, it may be a little bit different than when you're getting it in a restaurant and it's been in the refrigerator for a couple of days. But avocado guacamole kind of tells on itself. You can, it doesn't have a long shelf life, so it's kind of pretty easy to pinpoint. So definitely want to make sure you get your share of avocados because they're, like I said, they're very rich in B vitamins. They help support the nervous system. So you want to make sure you get your share of avocados, and then, also zinc. Zinc is another very, very important mineral that you want to make sure that you have it. A lot of people take vitamins, but, not realizing that it's really the minerals that really support a lot of processes within the body. A lot of our vitamins we should be actually getting from our foods, and a lot of the vitamins that we take, are not even being processed by the body, or not even in a process. You know, they maybe they use a small percentage of the vitamins. You know, so you think you're giving yourself a certain daily allowance of these vitamins, but you're getting a very, very, very small amount of vitamins. You know, because you're taking vitamin supplements and you're going to the health food store. So when it relates to that, I would always recommend, if you can, just try to consume as many fruits, vegetables as you can. Shellfish again. Nuts. Berries. All of these things help balance your diet out, so you don't have to put as many supplements into your body, and drink a lot of water. Water, of course, that's the building block, one of the building blocks of the body, that we're comprised primarily of water. So you want to make sure that you keep your body hydrated, so that way it can support the functions of the minerals and the other beneficial foods that you get into your body, that you put it into your body. And before we go, we spoke about a lot of things that were beneficial, when it relates to nerve damage and things that can help that process and help rebuild the nerve in the nervous system. But also we want to just mention a couple of things that you need to stay away from, that can be detrimental, to your nervous system. And one of those elements is alcohol. We all know that alcohol can, potentially take years off your life. I'm not saying that you can't have a, casual drink here and there, but you don't want to consume excessive amounts of alcohol. Another item you want to stay away from is salt. Salt is another thing that will contribute to the breakdown in your body. Of course, sugars. If you're gonna, ingest sugar, you want to get it in a natural form. Like they have alternatives, like coconut sugar. They have various types of alternatives. But me personally, I don't consume too much sugar. Even when I drink my teas and things like that, I use honey as an alternative, as a sweetener. So we want to stay away from sugars. We want to also make sure that we're mindful of unhealthy fats, stay away from fried foods. All these things, will deteriorate your nervous system. So we want to make sure we stay away from those type of foods, and really good hitting the fast food, and stay away from and this is why it's really important to cook at home, so how your food is being prepared as well, because even if it's not fried, they're using vegetable oils and other things like that are really not healthy for your system. And one of the things that I struggle with in this last item is caffeine. Me, I'm always on the go. So I have a tendency to drink coffee, but I scale back a whole lot on the coffee, to 1 at the most 2 cups a day. And even with that, very limited amounts of sugar, as an alternative to creamer. I use like almond milks or rice milk, or things like that. And even with the almond milk, you want to make sure, if you can, try to prepare your own. You soak some almonds, let them soak overnight. Take the outer hull off, throw them in a blender with some water, prepare your own almond milk. So that way you can have with your cup of coffee. So and I'm gonna leave it there. Just like I said, you want to as you're engaging in the healthy practices, you also want to make sure that you are not engaging in the unhealthy practices, so that way you can create a nice balance within your body and maintain a healthy flora. And that's it for the day. That's it for this week. You know what I mean? That's our health session. And like I said, I'm very, very passionate about this area, because just I got a call just the other day, and somebody was telling me about that they couldn't get out their bed. They were suffering from sciatica. So I gave them some recommendations for a couple of different exercises, certain stretches, and that goes back to the exercise, just keeping your body functional, keeping it, active, so that way you don't allow these little nasty little culprits to kind of, creep up on us and, start the deterioration process in our body. And that's it for this week.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Every week. And just to do a little segue, because he's talking about nerves, if you ever want to calm your nerves, right before Davon's segment, and thank you to Big Al and Gatekeeper for working behind the scenes and getting everything corrected. We just want to end this on this segment on a nice note, because when it comes to neuropathy and stuff like that, people don't know that there are certain types of relaxation techniques you could do, as well as go see, because they help you and they relax you. And you could see, I myself suffer from neuropathy as well, just like David was mentioning. I had several injuries on my back and my shoulder and all. And this was from playing high school football and all kinds of sports, contact sports. But yes, he's saying is real. And when I went to this place, it was great. And we're just going to show you one of the clips. And then after Davon's segment, he has a great lineup coming up. We're going to show you the rest of the film. All right, here we go.
But the more I can discourage them from doing it, the more they'll just stay away naturally. Unless you're like you and you test the limits and set bad examples to your students and you too, Ginger. I know, I wish it. Some teachers really wish they knew English. I have full conversations with them and I swear they know. I hope so. All right. So, anyone that wants a hold or balance or just to...
That's right. You heard the lady say it herself. She has full conversations with those goats and they understand her. So if you ever want to just relax, go contact the Fredericks Farm Rescue and Sanctuary in Ulster, New York. Davon Franklin.
Jose Rivera.
Jamie Sanders.
Yes, sir.
Davon Franklin, Jose Rivera, my brothers.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, listen, and those goats really work, man. I had some on the campus where I was administrator working with the children, and that was actually part of their therapy. I would take them and we would go, feed the goats. We would play with the baby goats. We would feed the older goats. So what Jose is saying is very valid. I've experienced it firsthand. And for me, nature is it anyhow, but he's absolutely correct.
Yes, sir.
Without further ado, Big Davon Franklin with his picks of the week. What you got for us, brother?
Nah, I was thinking about a clip that I saw that was shown to me earlier about my lady. It was, somebody was stealing a goat out of this lady's farm. It was a little skit that they made. It was funny as hell, so that came to mind as well. But yes, sir. We're gonna get into a few picks, man. We're gonna go into some previous picks from previous episodes and a couple of new joints for this week. So for this week, we're gonna start off with a song by Dr. Gabe. Once again, shout out to Platinum Delivery for the material. The song is called Find My Father, and we're gonna get into that record. Dr. Gabe, Find My Father on
Yeah, it's hard to admit it, but I know it's true. Don't expect that I'll ever understand how I can miss a mom that I never had. 10 never give another dime. 10 years took too much time, and I got you there to take me across the floor as a scream. No, you're my dad. And I'm never letting go. But you just laughed at me and said, boy, I'm out the door. Been nothing from the Father, where you been? Looking from the Father, this makes no sense. Looking from the Daddy, can't blame me. So until I got the strength to finally break free, can somebody please Find my father, yeah. My father, hey. Find my father. Somebody help me find my father. Hey. Find my father. You think I learned? That he's not real concerned about me. Been nothing from my father. Where you been? Looking for my father. This makes no sense. Looking for my daddy. Can't blame me. So until I got the sense to finally break free, won't somebody please help me? Find my father. My father. Find my father. Daddy, we ain't got no father. Look what you find my father. Now the liquor store. My father. Daddy, no hey, my father. Really ain't got no father. Walk down the street. My father. Can't go see my father. Daddy, we ain't got no food to eat. Nothing for my father. Where you been? Find my father. Looking for my father. This makes no sense. Find my father. Looking for my daddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was Dr. Gabe Find Our Father on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Got any commentary that you want to say about it?
Yeah, it was a good track. I like it. Very soulful. You know, in tune with fatherhood, right? And you know, Jamie and yourself could both attest to that song because you know what it is, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, I was just having a conversation with some people, from the ministry, from the church ministry, some pastors, and we were having a conversation about fatherhood and the male presence, you know, in the family. And it's a very, very important space. You know, it's a space that we have to really build on. Very important role. You know, and you know, even me, you know, father of two sons, and I also have a older daughter through marriage. You know, it's very, you know, it's very critical that we remain present. You know, so you know, just like you know, like my son, I had to go meet with his principal, his assistant principal, just the other day, and you know, and it was necessary for me to, you know, make my presence felt because they weren't being responsive to his mother. So, you know, it's very important that we remain present. We support their process as fathers. You know, very, very passionate about the space.
Yes, sir. That's a big one. That's a big one. I agree. Well, the next record we're going to get into is a record by Alvin Garrett. The song is called Wherever You Go on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Go.
Yeah. Today feels like one of those days. Make you want to say, oh, 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 yeah. Oh. There's no place I'd rather be than cruising through life with you. Don't care where the end may be. No GPS for me and you. Just let your time down and let your hair blow. As long as we're together, it don't matter where we go. Just let your time go. Let your time go. As long as we're together, it don't matter where we go. Wherever you are, where I wanna be. Yeah. Wherever you just go there. Just go there with me. We can ride for a lifetime. Wherever you are, is where I wanna be. Yeah. Say we can ride for a lifetime. If you wanna, yeah. We can ride for a lifetime. Oh, so baby, if you wanna, baby, if you wanna, wherever you are, is where I wanna be. Oh, wherever you go, girl, we can ride for a lifetime. Yeah, wherever you are. I say, baby, that's where I wanna be. I just wanna wherever you are. Oh, baby, it's where I wanna be. Nobody else. Just go there with me. Baby, we can ride for a lifetime. Wherever you are, that's where I wanna be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was Alvin Garrett from wherever you song Wherever You Go. Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. I got caught up because I was getting ready to send a shout out to the last gentleman that's send a thumbs up on the chat. Bring that back up again, please. Mike Juan got thumbs up. Appreciate you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that. Yes. So, what y'all thought, fellas?
I like it.
Cool. Well, we're gonna get into this next record, by Marietta Grant called Oceans on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
By the ocean. It's the instrumentals, the sounds. It feels so beautiful. There's happiness in the ocean. Being in love on a yacht with your significant other. Enjoying life. Enjoying each other. Time at the sea. Those are beautiful moments to remember forever. Who want to drink with me? I want some orange juice in the morning and in the evening by the ocean. Watch your sharks swim at the night stem. Lemon drops make your soul rock. Who want to drink with me? I want some orange juice in the morning and in the evening by the ocean. Watch your sharks swim as the night dim. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those. I'm the goddess of the sea. Lemon drops make your soul rock. Candle lights, scented roses, bubble bath, jelly roll. It's definitely a night to remember.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was Marietta Grant, Oceans on Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. The next record that we're gonna get into is a record from a previous episodes. One of my One of the joints that I actually really like that came through the channels by way of Platinum Delivery. Appreciate y'all. The song is by Ashton Gray Project. Aston Gray Project. The song is called Sunshine Kisses, and we're gonna get into that record once again on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Go.
Sunshine kisses. Can't believe I'm standing here like the first time we met. Such a chemistry, you and me, oh, forever. I love the way you touch me, and you know I love you to the end of time. Mesmerized by your kisses, sweet kisses, sunshine kisses. As your warmth, it touches my face, sunshine kisses. But tonight's gonna be amazing, sunshine kisses. Sunshine kisses, sunshine kisses, till moonlight wishes is what it's gonna be. Ooh, sunshine kisses, till moonlight wishes. Sunshine kisses. You know what I love, baby, and you know it makes me smile. Yes, you do. Hold me tight, hold me close. Baby, I'm about to lose control. Feeling like you do, I can't contain myself. Once again, ooh, let's stop pretending and do what lovers do. Give me some of them. As your warmth, it touches my face, sunshine kisses. But tonight's gonna be amazing, sunshine kisses. Sunshine kisses, sunshine kisses, till moonlight wishes is what it's gonna be. Ooh, sunshine kisses, till moonlight wishes. Sunshine kisses. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ooh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, ooh. As your warmth, it touches my face, sunshine kisses. Give me some of them, but tonight's gonna be amazing, sunshine kisses. Oh, sunshine kisses, sunshine kisses, till moonlight wishes what it's gonna be. Ooh, sunshine kisses, till moonlight wishes. Sunshine kisses.
Yes. Fire record right there. That's Austin Gray Project. Sunshine Kisses on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. The next record we getting ready to get into is another record that we debuted last week. Angel Christina. Don't Mind Me on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
50 different things that'll go through my thoughts at one time. randomly blurt out one thing, I'm about to lose my mind. Sometimes I think I might be, I wonder a lot. I wonder if he like me. Is my outfit popping? I need to go shopping. Visa card swiping. 50 different texts being sent in 10 different directions. My BFF got the T on my man and he need correction. What's up with my connection? Bye-bye. This can't be my life. I can't connect to Wi-Fi. Talking to myself is selfish. I wasn't talking to you. I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me. I said I wasn't talking to you. I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me, no, no. You're always on my mind. But a day will go by before I reply. Don't know why, but please don't blame my heart. Blame it on my mind. Cause I typed a message in, but I didn't hit send. Am I a terrible friend? That's rhetorical. You're adorable. So please don't be alone. You notice that I'm all alone. Conversation going on. I promise ain't nothing wrong with me. I was talking to my best, talking to myself. Oh, sometimes it's not. I wasn't talking to you. I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind it, baby. I said I wasn't talking. Oh, yeah. Thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me. I said I wasn't talking to you. I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me, no, no, no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio. That was Angel Christina. Don't mind me. On now the next record we're gonna get into. Yeah, we're gonna do that Kevin Ross joint. Sweet Release on the X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
Just sit back and let it play, yeah. You know, drive is underway, yeah. Those curbside fun, yeah. Read between the lines, got pennies for your thoughts, pay millions for your mind, yeah. That's what you like, baby, pass and recline. Girl, you got the light, diamonds dancing tonight. And it's feeling like we on a vibe. Trying to turn the day into a lucky night. You know I love it when we kiss and ride. It's automatic like a 45. With the dash on caution, anything goes. The stress won't hold now. Once we hit the road, don't you worry about a head. On your pretty little head, let it go, go. Think I'ma get you a little release. Give me a shot. Open up and never miss, girl, I got. Give me time, put you in for sweet release. Soon as you go, change the way that you feel, make it sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, bring it in. Same team, who we up against for the win. Co-side to your main event. Evident, I want better than you're my sugar pin. Just a lid, I go crazy for you, I get militant. Brown salt, I know they waiting to see it downfall, but we still kicking it like a brown ball. Whenever you need it, you know I'm on call. You better believe it. With the dash on caution, anything goes. Stress won't hold now. Once we hit the road, don't you worry about a head. On your pretty little head, let it go, go. Come and get you a little sweet. Give me a shot. Open up and never miss, girl, I got. Good time, put you in for sweet release. Soon as you go, change the way that you feel, make it sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That was Kevin Ross' Sweet Release on Extremities ENT Show on iAccess Radio. The next joint that we're going to get into is K Rob, Slow and Sexy, on Extremities ENT Show. Go.
Ooh, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah. Baby, get ready, 'cause I'm coming to get all that good love that you've been promising me, baby. If I go slow, let me tell you something. Love that look on your face when I pull your hair, when I kiss your lips slowly everywhere. Then I pour some honey up and down all over your lips, right in the place where you want me to. And when we go slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, bend down. Girl, you like the way I put it down, up and down and in and out, the slow and sexy way. You said you wanna feel my heat, girl. You wanna feel every inch of my love. You said you go tip to the bottom and you won't stop. Oh, said you wanna ride high to the morning light. You keep me coming all through the night, fulfilling all our fantasies, girl. I'll be your freak, just like the way that you want me to. Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, bend down. Girl, you like the way I put it down, up and down and in and out, the slow and sexy way.
Hold up. Let me show you what I'm working with. Slow and sexy, baby, you know how I ride. Licking on your body till your temperature hit the top. Sweat dripping all down your body, it's getting into your socks. Got it hot, what's up with this top? Let's take it off. Lick me like a lollipop, even though I'm sucker free. Your ex wonder why you chump shit, don't know you fell for me. I admire your body, it's kinda like the sun to me, kinda like a drug to me. Got me feeling just like I need it. Cause me personally, I ain't been the one to beg with your body, I gotta please, so let's go.
Slow and sexy, baby, we gon' do it all night. Keep it slow, keep it sexy till the daylight. Slow and sexy, baby, when I go downtown, while I keep you making slow sex sound. Slow and sexy, bend down. Girl, you like the way I put it down, up and down and in and out, the slow and sexy way.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. That was K Rob, Slow and Sexy on Extremities ENT Show on iAccess Radio. Now, this next joint that we getting ready to get into is Langston, Never Get Enough. On Extremities ENT Show, Access Radio. Let's go.
Never get enough of your love. Yeah. With you and I, passion is no stranger. 'Cause I'm caught in your spell, obsessed by your touch, the thrill of your kiss, the feel of your lips. I've been captured, but I can't, no I won't resist. 'Cause you always seem to think of every single moment. I wanna get you out of my mind, 'cause I'm lost in love's dream, girl. Baby, just don't wait me, this is rapture. From the moment that I met you, it was obvious what I feel, and I never get enough of can't get enough, never get enough of your love. Girl, it's crazy that you're mine. Love has got it right this time. Though it's been many years since we shared our first intimate kiss, and then we made love. Then I knew it was more than lust. The feelings I had, like nothing before. You had opened the door. Had my heart, had my mind. I was sure you were mine. Cause you're all I seem to think of every single moment. And I just can't stay away. Cause I just can't stay away. Cause I bring you the world. Love's madness. From the moment that I met you, it was obvious what I'm feeling. I never get enough of, can't get enough of, never get enough of your love. Girl, it's crazy that you're mine. Love has got it right this time. Oh, obsessed by your touch, the fear of your kiss. I've been captured and I want to see if this is love. I can't get enough. The way you make me feel, girl, you're so real. Baby, I just want you to know that I just can't get enough. From the moment that I met you, it was obvious what I'm feeling. I never get enough, never get enough of your love. Girl, it's crazy that you're mine. Love has got it right this time. Never get enough, never get enough of your love. From the moment that I met you, it was obvious what I'm feeling. Never get enough, never get enough of your love. Girl, it's crazy that you're mine. Love has got it right this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was Langston. Never get enough on the Extremities ENT show on ISS Radio. Now, next record we're going to get into, the last and final record we're going to get into, is Andre Ward, Kiss of Life, on the Extremities ENT show on ISS Radio. Go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Andre Ward on Extremities ENT show with Kiss of Life. I just love closing out the segment with that record, man. So, what y'all think? What y'all think?
Great lineup tonight.
Yes, sir.
Outstanding lineup, man. Goes right in alignment with that nerve conversation. You know what I'm saying? Talking about relaxation. That's what I'm talking about. That's a nice, beautiful selection, brother. Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Just to capitalize on what Jamie said, we're just gonna go show a few pics and videos of last Sunday's relaxation for your nerves, depression, and medical health and well-being. Take a look.
Coney joke time. Why are goats always stuck in traffic jams? Because their horns don't work.
That's just a corny joke of the day for one of the goats. But we got.
Okay. Oreo, you ready? Sit. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah, he headbutted me there because I stopped feeding him. That was Oreo. And that's the other goat right here. We were measuring our goatee. Of course, her goatee is better than mine, so although mine is changing on the color there, but we had a few conversations there, and then I had a conversation with another goat. We were face to face, and it was from one goat to the next. So we're just showing each other love and respect about what life is and how it's appreciated on the energy and the vibration. And we went on a hike with them. We also have a video with us going on a hike with the goats. That's the second picture. You see, he was measuring, and he really took these selfies with me. Mind you, that goat right there took those 2 selfies with me. I said, look that way, homeboy, look that. I said, turn this way, homeboy, turn this way.
Holy Jose, boy. That's my man.
So I having deep in conversation. I was speaking to the great one, and he was like, "You're the great one." I was like, "You're the great one." So we complimented each other and talk about life and all. And then we did a little hike with the goats. I did a hike with goat. I think we got 2 videos with the goats that were hiking in the snow. And it's just hiking with goats. That's all we did. And it was pretty good. And they have outstanding balance.
Where was this at again?
And this was at the Fredericks Farm Rescue and Sanctuary in Ulster, New York. I believe have the video where we hiking with the goats. You can just show that. And it just shows the type of experience you have when you're walking with them. And they actually yelled at me when I was too behind. And I was taking pictures of all the corny jokes that were around, posted up. With one that was actually pregnant, she was about to give birth. I'm praying she didn't give birth in that forest because I was not about to happen, but it was beautiful. We crossed streams and everything, and they actually showed the love. And then I had the baby in my arms as well. I think we got the videos of that as well, of the baby and that's what we was doing, just having a good time for mental well-being. And it's always good to go out and have a good the family or yourself if you just want to get away. It's about an hour and 2 hours from the city. It is worth it. And it's something that you definitely need if you suffer from depression, anxiety, or any type of neurological issues or autism, because I seen everyone that suffered from every different type of scenario, from cancer and all go there and they leave with a smile. So Fredericks Farm Rescue and Sanctuary, Ulster, New York. Check them out. Extremities ENT approved. And then we got a lot of work we're gonna do because I'm not even gonna say it right now, but just stay tuned and you're gonna see what's gonna happen. And the videos and the pictures you're gonna see, and then when everybody wants to come through, feel more than healthy, but just give them a donation. It's worth it.
Right. That's dope.
So
That's
if I
dope.
more today than day wasted a life, my brothers, always a pleasure working with y'all.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Live,
Salute.
love life. Take care of each other.
Yes, brothers. Health is wealth always.
That's right.
With the plans I have to execute, I think I need to measure. I feel like chopping belly food, cause you're giving me endless mood. The way you just take out, but it's your body. Watch your color picture of me, nobody has to know. Cause nobody has to know. Cause your booty just a touch on me, you know, man. I got to spend one night for your bed with the way you call on be my wallet. I woke up for you in a bed, and as you try to impress me with your settings, spaghetti, yo. Don't expect it. You're my sexy spaghetti, yo. Oh, you love me too, I feel me gently. I'm trying to get in your settings, so I spend me cash with the girls, them. So that the wine is expected. Oh, shame on me if I no go spray money. Wine feed dollar make you shake for G. I'm a pastor where they shake but you're no making me lose it. Put it like sushi. Make me fed your cookie in a jacuzzi. Me too unruly. Me fire your coolie. No, I see you looking like Godel, and I for like your protein. Isabella just want showcase, not protein. She got and as you try to impress me with your settings, spaghetti, yo. Don't expect it. You're my sexy spaghetti, yo. Oh, you love me too, I feel me gently. I'm trying to get in your settings, so I spend me cash with the girls, them. So that your wine is expected. I say, hey, do I love the way you go, bala. You make a man want to my hand, I can't complain, cause I body too soft like Kamala. I shrink her body, give me diamond, I don't frustrate you. Small things, she just say Allah. Girl, you gon' make my neighbors Canada, we go if you keep back. And if you do your body dada, I promise to give you dada, man, and now you go tire. Cause if you give me till the morning, I go fire. I know they tire, if I see waiting a lie. If you see more color, girl, you gon' do you like a banana. Now you go somewhere. And she tried to impress me with your settings. Spaghetti, yo. Don't expect it. You're my sexy spaghetti, yo. Oh, you love me too, I feel me gently. I'm trying to get in your settings, so I spend me cash with the girls, them. So that your wine is expected, oh.